Hey everybody, Katherine Reay here, and welcome to the 10-Minute Book Talk, where three best-selling authors talk to you about all things bookish for 10 short, sweet minutes. I'm here as usual with Marie Bostwick, Rachel Linden, and today we have Sheila Roberts, Queen of Christmas, and it is the 10-minute book talk, but she's only going to get about 9 minutes and 30 seconds because I have to explain this sweater. So I've owned this sweater since the mid-1980s. And there it is.
Say, stand up.
All things Christmas with the super puffy sleeves. And I'm really putting myself out there because I probably haven't worn it in 30 years for Sheila in honor of this fabulous book. So
I am loving it. And I want that sweater. It is so fun.
I will absolutely let you borrow it, but I can't let you keep it because it is my children's ugly Christmas sweater now.
The shoulders
get a lot of mileage out of this beastie thing. So
you could play linebacker for the Bears with those shoulders.
It's like fabulously horrible.
All right,
long enough that will come back in style. I
really actually hope not.
I wish I'd kept.
Sheila, tell us about this story. We'll leave my sweater aside.
Well, I love this. I love this story because it's kind of character driven this time around, and I think I've managed to get in some depth along with some humor, which makes me very proud of myself because I think I'm really rather shallow. So anyway, I'm very happy with a little bit of depth in there. But it's the concept behind this. I've got three main characters, and these ladies all have Christmas fails for different reasons. We've got a stepmom who's trying desperately to be loved by her children. We've got a newly divorced mom who's having to do the, oh my gosh, what do you mean I have to send the kid off with the ex for Christmas Day? We've got that. We've got our exhausted postal worker. As I was working on it, I thought, oh, everybody be kind to your postal worker at Christmas because, oh my gosh, nobody's ever happy when they're waiting at the post office. But anyway, these ladies all have Christmas fails, and they decide, we're going to try this again in January because this was pathetic. So they kind of all get together and do a little Christmas party, and it doesn't go too badly, but could have gone better. But they say, well, let's try it again in February. And then pretty soon it's like, well, let's try it. We could do this all year long. Let's keep the Christmas spirit going all year long. And so each month they plan a different thing they're going to do together. Like in July, Christmas in July, I might do that this year. They put on their Santa hats along with their shorts, and they go Christmas caroling around the neighborhood and hand out goodies. And so for Halloween, for trick or treat, they're all dressed up in their Santa stuff, and they're giving treats instead of taking treats. So it's just kind of, I think I love the idea behind this of we're going to be like Ebenezer Scrooge, learn our lesson, and be a man who keeps, or a woman who keeps Christmas well all year long. So that's kind of the theme behind it.
Love it. That sounds so fabulous. All right. Well, I have a question. So you have these three women. They have had terrible Christmases for various reasons. Was there one that you identified with a little bit more than the others? And if so, why?
That's a really good question. And well, since my poor husband, I said the only way he's going to escape me is death. So I couldn't, it was hard to do the divorced woman because there's been a few times that he came close to, let me tell you, just joking. But anyway, so yeah, who do I identify with? That's maybe Molly, the postal worker, because it's easy to get overworked and overextended. And I tend to do that. I tend to think I'm still 20 and I go, and I just collapse. And it's like, I thought I need to pace myself. And then you get picking up the pace again, all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I'm dying here. So I think, and I suspect maybe a lot of other women will identify with that. You can just get so overwhelmed, overworked that you're like, well, I just don't want to do Christmas this year because I'm just tired. And I think that is one of the common things we sometimes see. We loved it as kids, and after a certain many years of it, you're like, do I have to do this again? So maybe we should do a little bit of it all year long, and then it's not so overwhelming in December, right?
Right. No, there does come a moment when you think, no, I am passing my turkey baster on to the next generation, right?
No, I'm gripping my turkey baster tightly.
You're holding your turkey baster? I'm like,
I'm not relinquishing my turkey baster.
Oh, bless you. No, I'm totally happy if the daughters in love would want to, jump in. So, wow. But I love this because I think the concept of a Christmas fail is something everybody, every adult can relate to, because we do put a lot of emphasis on this, and we have to create this, oh my gosh, we have to go and make this magical thing. And then, we set up such ridiculous expectations. It's inevitable. It just can't live up to it exactly. So anyway, all this being said, you've written so many great Christmas books. We were talking about it before we came on. We're just like, everybody, it isn't Christmas if you don't get to read a Sheila Roberts Christmas story. So you're going to have to keep writing these forever, darling.
You are.
Oh my gosh.
So
Otherwise,
that's great. But what I want to ask you, having written so many fabulous Christmas stories, tell us like 3 essential elements in a great Christmas book.
Wow.
Love that.
Well, you have to have the trimmings. You can't have a Christmas story without letting people feel like they're there with the carols and the cookies and the snow and all that fun stuff. So I think you really do have to have a visual and paint that picture. I think that's important. I think there should be a message of hope in there somewhere. I don't want to be totally depressed at Christmas. And there are some teary moments in this book, but I always tell my readers, I'm going to guarantee you a satisfying, happy ending, because I don't want people to close my book and be depressed. That's just not me. So I think those are 2 of the basic things. And then, for my Christmas books, I'd like to always include just a dab of humor, because I just think Christmas
Usually
is
more than a dab. With your books, it's more than a dab. It's a hefty helping, and it's exactly what we need.
Oh,
I love that about you. Do not change, Sheila. Keep working. And all us writers, we all took notes. Did everybody take notes? Writers out there,
I
take
took
notes.
notes.
You
I
heard
think it's
from
so much
Master.
fun to write a Christmas story. So I definitely took notes. I've got
Well,
that.
it is. And when I first started writing, John Grisham had done Skipping Christmas. My buddy Debbie Macomber, who really is the queen of Christmas, she'd had some books out, and I think there were maybe 1 or 2 other people, but that was it. Nobody was writing Christmas stories. And now the Christmas boat is really crowded, and we are like sinking, so it's getting harder and harder, to, what's the word, discoverability, because everybody's writing a Christmas book, and everybody's writing really fun Christmas books. Gosh, I just saw one in Barnes and Noble. Oh, I've got to get that. So, I guess it's the thing now. We all want to enjoy Christmas. We all want to
say clearly, we all need that dose of hope. We need those trimmings. I mean, that you are hearkening to some basic needs of
Fun and festive.
season.
We all need fun and
festive season. But I want to ask, you've had a few of your Christmas books made into movies. And if someone was going to purchase this one and make it into a movie, who would you cast?
Me.
I'd go watch it.
No, I'm such a ham. When we did, I didn't think I'd mentioned this when we talked before, when we visited the set of The 9 Lives of Christmas. We got to have a little bit part on that, and it was so much fun. I just got so hooked, and so I really am a terrible ham bone. So I just keep lobbying. Years ago, it was like, I just want to get in the movie so I can get on Dancing with the Stars. And I really think sometimes things work out the way they should. Oh my gosh. If I was on Dancing with the Stars and I went down for the splits, I'd never get up again. I'd never walk again. So some things, that you want are really not the best thing for you. And maybe it's just as well that I don't get to be, a movie star, but I'm thinking, well, we do need a new Betty White, right? So, hey, maybe, you never know.
There you go. Okay, if I wear the Christmas sweater, can I have a bit part in the movie too?
In my movie, you guys can all have parts in my movie if I'm directing.
All right. Okay. People who make movies, pay attention.
Exactly. We're ready.
Cast,
Ready for a close-up.
Yeah, we have the cast. We're right here. Here we are.
Before we let you go, Sheila, we want to ask you, as we ask every author who comes visit with us, what is bringing you joy today?
Oh, wow. Just getting to talk to you guys, I think the whole community of women is so important. We just need each other. And, we're kind of in some tough times. A lot of people are struggling financially. The holidays can be very stressful. And I think parting advice would be focus on what is good in your life, focus on who is good in your life, and let that be what is your driving force this holiday season. Let's focus on the positive. Let's do our part to make things good for others. And I think if we do that, the world will be a better place. That's my theory anyway.
It is a beautiful theory, and I believe you are right. Sheila Roberts, could you hold up your book again? Because I love the cover.
I'm holding up the book again.
Cover
go buy one.
So cool.
Wonderful. And thank you so much for being here with us. And everyone, thank you so much for joining us at the 10-minute book talk. We hope you enjoyed this segment and you will come visit us again. All
Thank
the
you.
best.
Bye.
Bye.